Check, check. Y'all let me know. Let me know in the comments how this mic is sounding. I've been struggle streaming for a while. I'm trying not to struggle stream no more. If you can hear me out there, let me know if you can hear me. We're trying to make sure we're not struggle streaming no more. Are we struggle streaming? Can we get the volume? What's up? Check, 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 check. That's got to be strong. It sounds strong to me. That's got to be strong. It's got to be strong. All right, y'all, we live on YouTube and Facebook. Y'all can go to YouTube/YH8, YouTube/the DJ Freshmaker, either one. If you want to call in, by all means, call into yofresh.tv. There we go. Get in on this. Shout out to anybody who's already tuned in. We're just letting some folks come in. And if after this rotation, we won't get nobody to come in, find us, they can catch this on the re-up. But I felt it was extremely important for us to just go ahead and have this conversation. I mean, because we out here wilding right now. We out here wilding. And I don't want us to be wilding no more. So again, let me know if you can hear me in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. I'm trying very hard to not be struggle streaming anymore. I was struggle streaming before with terrible volume, and I don't want to have that kind of representation for y'all. So y'all see the title, ladies and gentlemen. It is Ciara and the Sistahood. This is wild. This is very wild to me. But I don't know why anything is surprising me now. But I think it's very important for us to have the conversation as usual. So by all means, let's get into it. Obviously, the Oscars were this Sunday, and there was a Vanity Fair after party. And for that after party, wait, let me make sure my stream is streaming. Okay, stream is streaming. For that after party, Russell and Ciara did their normal thing where they come out and she's wearing something super revealing, which what I tried to convey in the comments and on most of my posts is that what particular people do is their own business. And a lot of people try to make it into this huge defense of either a person or a sisterhood. And at the end of the day, it's counterproductive. And y'all know my thing is stopping the normalization of counterproductive behavior. And what Russell and Ciara do is on them. If you want to have the conversation about those particular people, fine, we can do that. As a matter of fact, we got a breakdown of that we're going to get into later. Um, I saw that this morning we had a whole bunch of false equivalences. We had a bunch of people that were in here talking about, well, a whole bunch of other folks wore see-through to these awards, and, you know, what about them? If we're going to break things down to actual people, then we have to understand those people's actual status. And we have to be completely real about it. The people that were brought up in this false equivalency today were people that nobody really cares to talk about or know, especially in this particular sector of the conversation. Most of the people having this conversation is black folks. Let's keep it real. And when it comes to black folks, one of the things that we have a serious issue with is group image. Group image is a serious issue for us. Y'all let me know if the stream is streaming. Y'all let me know if the volume is doing well, please. I want to make sure I'm doing all right. But this issue is group image. And when it comes to group image, we can't just be sitting around here defending any and everything just because it will allow you to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it at any time. I asked a question about 3 years ago on Facebook, and this lets you know that the sisterhood is going into a complete downward spiral in rebellion to make sure not to have to deal with any kind of accountability. And if you have any challenges on this, by all means, do so in the comments. But I asked about 3 years ago, can our women do what they want to do when they want to do it, say what they want to say when they want to say it, or have a man? And this was 3 years ago. I asked the question, do black women want to do what they want to do, say what they want to say, whenever they want to, or have a man? The overwhelming answer was both of them. Not both of them. Okay? Basically, our women want to be able to do what they want to do when they want to do it and not have to answer to anyone. And if you don't believe me, I got a video that's going to show you what we're talking about.
Should he have any control over what you wear when you go out?
Oh, hell no.
What?
No.
Shit.
No.
If Shawty wears something a little too bit revealing, you heard me? I should have a bit say so just because, like, you were a reflection of me.
No.
If that makes sense.
No. I walked out here in
She
this
on
mini
that feminine
skirt.
shit. She on
Right,
that
because I'm a
feminine
woman of 2023.
Now, I'm gonna play that again, but I want y'all to hear again what she said. She said, I'm a woman in 2023. Somebody, please explain to me what the fact that it's 2023 means at all. Because nothing has changed as far as our responsibilities as people to society. Nothing has changed as far as our responsibilities to our partners. So why does it make a difference that you're a woman in 2023 as far as what you wear when you have the opportunity to have a man? We're going to play it again.
Should he have any control over what you wear when you go out?
Oh, hell no.
What?
No.
Shit.
No.
If Shawty wears...
Should he have any control over what you wear when you go out?
Oh, hell no.
What?
No.
Shit.
No.
If Shawty wears something a little too bit revealing, you heard me? I should have a bit say so just because, like, you were a reflection of me.
No.
If that makes sense.
No. I walked out here in
She
this
on
mini
that feminine
skirt.
shit. She on
Right,
that
because I'm a
feminine
woman of 2023.
No,
and I feel
she
like
look good.
women can wear what they want to
fine
wear.
like some- look, you
I
fine,
shouldn't
look.
have to talk to my
Look,
husband
look,
about
look.
wearing what I should wear, you
Look,
know?
you
Right.
fine like someone, but at the same time, also be respectable and respect your husband. You heard me?
If I want to wear a bralette, I can wear a bralette out. I shouldn't have to ask for his permission. I shouldn't ask for his permission.
No thing on your titties out.
I'm not saying my
we
titties
breaking
out.
up. We
He's
breaking
saying
up.
if I wear a bralette
and
and the underwear. That's what I'm saying. I know.
A man
should not be able. A man. No. A man should not be able to tell a woman what she should and should not wear. It's 2023. If there are flying cars, that means men cannot tell women what they should wear.
Go back to 1993.
That's period.
Let's see
That's
what
on
happens.
anything. You should not be able to tell me what I have to wear. That's not no.
You see how ridiculous that is? This person is devoting his protection to you, and he has no say-so on what you can wear in and outside the crib. It goes back to me saying women want to be able to do what they want to do, say what they want to say, and have a man. It don't work like that. You got to give something to get something. You can't just sit up here and say, oh, yeah, you know, I could do what I want to do. I could wear what I want to wear, and you just going to have to accept it. That's why so many of us are individuals at this moment, because at the table to actually get black folk together, other communities, that's on them, you know what I'm saying? But at the table to get black folk together, what we're sitting up here dealing with is image and reflection of one another. One of us thinks that we can do whatever, and the other one is conservative. One of us is extremely impressionable by celebrity, and the other one is saying, turn off reality TV. Now, I don't want to turn this into some big old, complaining thing. I want to make sure that we stay on track and keep the info rocking. But at the end of the day, Tally Post said, "Go ahead and get them papers." I do have my passport, brother, but I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to hold on. Okay, I know it's some beautiful sisters out here that are talented and respectful and understand the power and the value of a man and his protection. So we gonna try. We gonna try. Anyway, but let's just go into what this represents, right? You saw the video where the young lady says, I should be able to wear what I want to wear. Ladies, I don't know if you understand this, but this outright is disrespect. And even though I ain't been in the church since, I don't know, I'm sure the good book says something about husbands love your wives and wives respect your husbands, right? There's a reason for that. Men operate off of respect, not only from you, but from the world, right? If you're a reflection of him and you're walking around out there looking crazy, you make him look crazy. What's going on, Kevin Davis? How you doing, my boy? You make him look crazy, okay? And a man is not going to stand for that for a long period of time, right? He has to battle the world. He doesn't need you to be an adversary or his competition or a hindrance. You actually have to be a helpmeet. And the exchange for having what Crimson Cure calls the 4 Ps, protection, provision, problem solving, and procreation, is submitting to leadership. That's what we have right now. We have folks that don't want to submit to any kind of leadership. And they want to mask it with the defense of Ciara. That's really what's going on. Folks want to mask this with the defense of Ciara. Y'all don't really give a damn about this whole Ciara thing, because if you did give a damn about this Ciara thing, you would realize that the outfit just outright was trash. The outfit just outright was, it looked like somebody casted a net for some fish and she got caught. And then on top of that, what's up under it is barely anything. Now, somebody tried to tell me, Beyonce did it, Beyonce did it, Beyonce did it. Listen, if we want to break it down to actual celebrity, we also have to include status. Beyonce can do things that Ciara can't do. However, Beyonce's outfit still covered up more than Ciara's outfit. Ciara's outfit is barely covering anything. That woman naked. That woman naked. Now, if we're going to break it down to actual real, celebrities, what ladies may not understand is that Russell is a quarterback, a face of a $4.5 billion franchise. Y'all were just preaching in prison and at the White House last year, okay? I understand that, you may want to wear something see-through. There's a way to do it. You're representing somebody else, your family, your husband, your kids. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to these two, it seemed like this is a normal thing. Like they go out and she show out. Maybe they get off on it. It's possible. Whatever. That's why I reserve the right to just be like, hey, let's keep the conversation general. But if we're going to talk about celebrity, like I said, face of a $4.5 billion franchise, he's playing football. These ladies may not know. Russell doesn't have the respect of his locker room right now. Period, point blank. Russell doesn't have the respect of his locker room. It's been shown on video. It's been shown on in picture form. He doesn't have the respect of his locker room right now. I can tell you right now that this doesn't help. Not that these dudes, because I'm not in NFL locker rooms. Not that these dudes are gonna be directly in his face like, yo, check out here wildin'. No. It's gonna be subconscious. You let your lady go out like that, you can't control your crib. You can't control your crib. You can't lead us. Now, it's not to say that Russell cannot lead his team, but it just makes it even more of a hindrance. It's another hurdle he's got to get over to prove himself to his teammates. Yeah, I could do this. Why make it harder? Why make it harder for your man? Because you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, and you have no foresight. You don't care. That's the problem. You don't care. You only care about what feels good to you. Because a dude really should, I'm going to tell you like this, ladies. A dude shouldn't really have to answer the question, is this too revealing? When you go to him, if you are going to have enough respect to ask him, he shouldn't really have to field that question. He shouldn't have to deal with that. You should already know whether it makes sense or not. Because sexual attention in the field shouldn't be invited. And whether you like it or not, being hyper as far as showing off your body, it's an invitation. Now, and I say it's an invitation because we don't live in a perfect world. Most people should have couth and understand to restrain themselves and understand that, hey, let me not even look that way. Most people. But the world ain't perfect. I think that's what some of our ladies have to understand. The world is not perfect. People are still going to be looking at you in a sexual manner. That should be reserved for the man that's giving you covering. If not, then what are you saying his covering is worth? If he doesn't get anything that's exclusive, what is his covering worth? You're immediately devaluing it. And that's what I try to get across in a lot of these conversations, is that our women don't understand, and our men, because if they did, they would demand more respect. Our women don't understand that they constantly devalue their man in things that they do subconsciously. Case in point, in conversations earlier, I was talking to some women that I'm not familiar with, and so they didn't understand my brand of respect. Like, I don't really talk about people personally or give disrespectful comments or anything to test the bounds if I don't know you at all. But in trying to talk about this, the first woman said to me, the reason why you guys have a problem with this is because you basic ass men can't understand what it's like to be an entertainer. I'm like, okay. Okay, that's a shot, but it doesn't bother me. It's just a shot. The problem is how flippantly our women can do that without even understanding that that's an issue. We have very little to no respect. Now, for somebody else, they may not go that hard, but right away, we're basic, we're beneath, because we dare to say, hey, this is an issue. The next woman in the comment section came across and said to me, it doesn't matter what we wear. Y'all grape us no matter what we're wearing. Y'all grape us no matter what we're wearing. And I posted this on my page. Now, I covered up the young lady's name, but that's what she said. Y'all grape us no matter what we're wearing. And I'm like, we have no idea how terrible we are when it comes to just being in public, destroying the image of the black man. No idea. We just flippantly have no problem saying y'all were grapists, your granddaddy were grapists, so it don't matter. We should be able to do what we want to do anyway because y'all don't understand us and y'all don't protect it. Like, what are we doing? Okay, put it like this. If you can so flippantly say that we are grapists and we will y'all should be able to figure that out. We will SA you no matter what we're wearing, what you're wearing. And you can so flippantly say y'all and paint that broad brush across us. Who do you expect to come and protect or pick you up? Who do you expect to come and say, yeah, I want to be with you? If you can so flippantly disrespect and devalue those whom are supposed to be your protectors, what it is you don't understand the value of your man. You don't understand the value of protection. The issue is many of us live inside of this society where men mostly sustain it. So much so that you don't understand that if it collapsed, you'd be in some trouble. Now, obviously, knock on wood, we don't want any of that to happen, but that shouldn't have to even be close to happening for you to understand how valuable your partner is. You expect a man to be able to take whatever it is that you say, however that you say it, and still give you the traditional protection, problem solving, procreation, and provision that your elders got. It don't work like that. You got to, if you want the same thing your elders got, you got to give the same thing your elders gave. This whole, a woman in 2023, throw that in the trash. I've said it before on previous podcasts, and I'll say it continuously. We're headed for a population decline because almost half of our women are due to be single and childless by 2030. From me to y'all, it's one of the main reasons that I have these conversations. It's not because we can sit up here and be like, oh, women is out of line and blah, 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 blah. No. Our women being in line puts us in a better position for us to be together. Us being together puts us in a better position for us not to be vulnerable financially and politically. So all of this time while women are out here talking about, oh, y'all just insecure and you don't understand and we can do what we want to do. No, ma'am. There's a bigger picture. We looking at something else. We trying to make sure that we not out here just getting slaughtered politically and financially just for the hell of it. Now, I talked about, keeping it a stack and saying this is why you want to do what you want to do. But let's get back to the normalization of it all. That's the main thing that we want to defeat is the normalization of the glorification of horrification. Okay? I'll say that again. We want to get away from the normalization of the glorification of horrification. Quite often, women will cheer for each other to do whatever it is that they want to do, but they don't understand that things are being normalized, right? If you raise somebody in a time where it's normal to wear something see-through with your husband out and about, whether you're an entertainer or not, that becomes their new normal. So they never understand what it is to show proper respect, because their new normal was actually, mom being in see-through no matter what. At some point, you have to accept responsibility that you are a reflection. A lot of times, one of the questions that I have to ask to our ladies is, what is your responsibility to the community? Now, often, folks are going to, freeze up when I ask, what is your responsibility to the community? You know why? Because they don't actually think they have a responsibility to community. They don't think so. It never crosses their mind, because what is normalized to them is getting a job, getting a degree, getting a house, getting a child, and maybe understanding that they may not have anybody with them when they do it. That's what's normalized. You're normalizing a downward spiral, and that's what we're trying to discontinue. Now, again, back to the question. I ask women, what is your responsibility to community? Immediately, what that suggests is that there's something that you have to do, or there's something that's expected of you. But what you were told is that your life is your own and you can do what you want to do. Incorrect. We are all interdependent. This thing works because we're interdependent. We are at our best when we are together and interdependent and doing our jobs. But when we act like, I can just do my own job, I can just do what I want to do, I can just take care of myself, all that means is it's more individuals paying rent and paying taxes. You playing into the game. You've been hoodwinked. You're playing into the game. You want to be a boss. You want to have some money. You want to make sure that you all good. You really want to, what they be talking about all the time, create generational wealth. Get married. Get you a man. Get up under somebody. Get thee behind. You really want something. Otherwise, you're just going to be struggling. And I know you're going to sit up here and tell me, well, we got bosses out here to be making bread and blah, 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 blah. Okay. We're not worried about the few. We worried about the many. 9% of our women make over $75,000. So let's stop the cap. Let's stop the cap. Most people ain't got it like that. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So let's stop playing. If you want to have a better quality of life, you're going to have to be able to get with somebody. Period, point blank. You can try to be rebellious as much as you want and drive off that cliff. Do what you want to do. But if you want to be in a better position, get up under somebody and get thee behind. I know you don't like it, but trust me, it's a lot easier. You will like it. Do what I say do. No, I'm just playing. But understand, it's very important. It's very important for us to be together, not just you as a person individually, but as a community. It's extremely important for us to be together in order for us to not be vulnerable financially and politically. The more we're together, the easier we can take over a subdivision and put our kids together in certain schools and pair them off and make them into more evolved beings in society. But the more we focus on being individuals and acting like we just gonna do that, the further away we get away from the perfect world that y'all think we live in. As long as you're individuals, we are going to raise children that are individuals. As long as we raise children that are individuals, more than likely they will be delusional to the fact that we are interdependent and things work together as a team. So, like I said, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Just wanted to make sure I get that across to y'all. Women, protect your husbands, protect your partners. Respect them with the reflection that you give. They are automatically going to do the same. So, let me just make sure about the comments before I get up out of here. Charlie Poe, he said, damn near impossible. Free and liberated. Listen, we'll talk about that just for one moment, and that's the sexual liberation movement. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something about sexual liberation, and I will say this on multiple shows. Sexual liberation did everything for men and completely slaughtered our women, okay? Sexual liberation movement gave our women the ability to, choose when they want to get pregnant, right? You can read into that what you will. It also gave them a normalized standard to be able to have more sex without commitment. Now, see, the problem there when you do that is that you create a sexual marketplace where men don't have to pay as much commitment-wise for sex. They don't have to marry you. They don't have to meet your parents. They don't have to meet your brothers. They don't have to go through any kind of gauntlet to get sex from you. And then, because you make it so easily accessible, the men at the top that are the most desirable are going to get even more sex. And now you have to compete for it. That was stupid. Before, you could have had all the dick you wanted from one person. Now you got to compete for it for the dude that you actually want. And you know what the terrible part about all that is? Who do you think has the highest rate of HIV in the country? It's our women. Sexual liberation does nothing for our women. And men asking for modesty is actually asking for you to be responsible about your commitment to the community. It is what it is. You don't have to like it, but a lot of your existence is about duty. It's not just about living and doing whatever it is that you want to do. That's basically what we're seeing in these comment sections. You can do what you want to do, girl. Says who? You not yourself. You with a whole person. Even if you're not with somebody. Even if you're not with somebody. You doing what you want to do and wearing what you want to wear whenever you want to wear it still is a reflection of yourself. And when other men see you, they think you for the street. They think you for the taking. it doesn't get you any closer to being covered, because men are going to put you in a box either right when we see you, after we have a conversation with you, or after we have sex with you. Period, point blank. You either going to be in the wifey box, in the girlfriend placeholder box, in the girlfriend could be wifey box, or a thought box. But the way that you show up can definitely determine what that is. Now, it's not to say that you can't, because I know folks going to be like, well, I could dress like that. I got my husband dressing like that. Okay, all right, all right, all three of y'all, congratulations, right? But it's already been a study that's been done that when women show themselves in a swimsuit on Instagram, the cortex of the brain that registers, the cortex of the brain that activates is the one that thinks about tools when it comes to men. When men see you in a swimsuit, tool comes to mind. When men see you covered, conversation comes to mind. It's that simple. It's that simple. So, ladies, mind yourselves, mind your partners. Understand that you are not only a reflection of yourself, but your man, your family, your kids, your community. Your life is not your own. We are interdependent. And the sooner we get there, the sooner we can get to the perfect world that you think we live in. All right, y'all, this has been Make It Make Sense. We're going to try to do this more regularly. But we're going to try to get some panelists in here as well. Stay tuned for the next podcast that's coming up with the one and only Dayhan. We're going to be doing a podcast as well, and we're going to cover a myriad of topics when it comes to the culture, fashion, things of that nature. But, of course, when it's over here and Make It Make Sense, we're going to go in. So, by all means, anytime that you guys are in the comment section, feel free to contact me and get in on the call at yofresh.tv. Jay Brown said, get me in there. Jay, if you want to get in, man, you got to come on yofresh.tv and click Go Live with Fresh. But we'll get you in on the next call, my brother. I appreciate y'all being in here.